Is all well? This editorial examines whether everything is truly well with the government. It's been a good week for the government. Good week means a successful period. This sentence means the government had a positive week. It truly has. Truly intensifies affirmation. This sentence means the government indeed succeeded. It completed a year with great fanfare and advertising. Great fanfare is an idiom meaning lavish celebration. This sentence means the government celebrated its one-year anniversary with much show. There seems to be no immediate threat on the horizon, leading everyone in power or close to them to boast of a long run. No immediate threat means no danger is apparent. This sentence means leaders claim a secure long-term future. No wonder then that the federal government has also expanded the cabinet, inducting friends, allies, and enemies alike. Expanded the cabinet means increased ministerial numbers. Inducting means appointing. This sentence means the government broadened its team indiscriminately. Now, the parliamentarians also gave themselves a pat on the back and a raise to ensure everyone realized how happy they were with their own performance. Pat on the back is an idiom meaning self-congratulation. This sentence means lawmakers rewarded themselves for their work. There was criticism here and there of the raise, of the advertising that was excessive, and the expansion that seemed to have nothing to do with governance. Here and there means sporadic instances. This sentence means some criticized the raise, advertising, and expansion. This was water off a duck's back. Water off a duck's back is an idiom meaning unaffected by criticism. This sentence means the government ignored the criticism. After all, the IMF program is on track, the rupee is stable, inflation is slowing down, and there has been no call from the US either. On track is an idiom meaning proceeding as planned. This sentence means key economic indicators are positive. The horse and cattle show was also a success. Horse and cattle show is a metaphor for a public display. This sentence means their public event was well received. It truly is a case of all is well, array chachu, all is well. This playful phrase is an idiomatic expression meaning everything is fine. This sentence means the government claims all is well. And why wouldn't it be well? This is a rhetorical question. This sentence means the successes justify the good state. Not just for the successes recounted above, but also the victory on the judicial front. Judicial front refers to the court system. This sentence means success includes legal victories. The new judges have been inducted, and by coincidence, their placements, be they in the Supreme Court or the Islamabad High Court, will ensure that none of the difficult judges will get to dominate now. Inducted means appointed. By coincidence implies suspicious timing. This sentence means new judge appointments prevent problematic domination. There is now little chance of any instability due to judgments as such. This sentence means court decisions will likely remain stable. The government let its jitters turn a low-profile event into a successful effort of resistance. Jitters means nervousness. Low-profile event means modest gathering. Effort of resistance is an idiom for defiant action. This sentence means government anxiety spurred a defiant show. Elsewhere, too, another institution has been tamed. Tamed is a metaphor meaning brought under control. This sentence means another body was subdued by government action. For why else would government officials, while pitching PECA, claim that the law would only target those working on social media? Pitching is a phrasal verb meaning promoting. Target means focus on. This sentence means officials claim the law will only go after social media users. In this assurance is the assumption that mainstream media is hardly a challenge, or dare one say a threat. This sentence means officials assume traditional media poses little risk. It's only the out-of-control social media which has to be tamed. Out of control is an idiomatic expression meaning unruly. This sentence means only social media is seen as needing strict regulation. And for this, PECA is simply the newest tool in the government's hand. It also has the defamation law passed by Punjab and the mythical firewall handy. Newest tool means latest method. Handy means available. Mythical firewall is a metaphor for an ideal security measure. This sentence means the government uses PECA, defamation law, and a strong firewall to control social media. But if all is well, and we believe the government when it says all is well, then why was a vanilla event of the opposition stopped? Vanilla event is an idiom meaning plain and unremarkable. This sentence means if all is well, why stop the opposition's simple event? For once, the PTI wasn't protesting. This sentence means the PTI did not stage a protest. It wasn't threatening to march on to Islamabad. March on is a phrasal verb, meaning to protest by marching. This sentence means there was no threat of a protest march. It wasn't promising a never-ending Dharna, which would end in a trek by a health-conscious chief minister. Never-ending Dharna is an idiom meaning an unceasing sit-in. This sentence means the PTI did not plan a prolonged protest. This time around, there were no claims or slogans or preparations. This sentence means the opposition made no protest demands or plans. In fact, the PTI was doing what everyone has been advising them to talk to and with other politicos. Talk to and with means engage in dialogue. This sentence means the PTI followed advice to engage in discussions. And hence the PTI and other senior, old-style politicians were going to sit in an auditorium in Islamabad and give speeches. This sentence means the opposition planned a routine speech event. It doesn't get more vanilla than this. This is an idiomatic expression meaning extremely plain. This sentence means the event was very ordinary. And it doesn't get more routine than this because Islamabad is just not the seat of government, but also the capital of NGOs. This sentence means Islamabad is known for its many NGO events. Everyone in this town has attended a seminar and/or spoken at one. This sentence means seminars are extremely common in Islamabad. The hotels in Islamabad run on the gas produced by the long speeches everyone gives. This is a metaphor meaning speeches fuel the local economy. This sentence means long speeches are a staple in the city. Indeed, seminars are about as common in Islamabad as the boars that populate it. This is a simile comparing seminar frequency to wild boars. This sentence means seminars are as numerous as wild boars in Islamabad. The four-legged ones have kind of disappeared, but I'm sure most readers know what I mean. This parenthetical remark adds humor. This sentence means the author assumes readers understand the comparison. But someone, somewhere got hot under their collar at the thought of speeches, despite the rains. Got hot under their collar is an idiom meaning became angry. This sentence means someone got upset about the long speeches. So the opposition kept getting ditched by the people whose venues it had booked. Kept getting ditched is an idiom meaning repeatedly canceled. This sentence means the opposition's events were continuously canceled. The first venue, it was told, was too close to the route cricketers took as they went to play their matches. This sentence means the first venue was canceled for being too near a cricket route. The second one wasn't going to cross the cricketer's path, but apparently a Kali Billy, black cat, did, because the security precautions were just as stringent everywhere in the city. People cannot collect in a group, because the cricketers were going back and forth in some part of the city. Kali Billy means black cat, used idiomatically to suggest bad luck. This sentence means the second venue was canceled due to strict security linked to cricket matches. The third also changed its mind. Do the reasons even matter? Changed its mind means canceled. This sentence means the third venue was also dropped, reasons irrelevant. Finally, the fourth one turned out to be a charm. Turned out to be a charm is an idiomatic expression meaning proved successful. This sentence means the fourth venue initially worked. But only for a day. By the second day, the management had a change of heart leading to the NGO-type event, taking inspiration from the Occupy Wall Street event. They climbed gates, forced open doors, and delivered thundering speeches. Change of heart is an idiom meaning reverse their decision. Climbed gates and forced open doors are vivid verbs showing protest action. This sentence means the fourth venue was canceled after a day due to a protest-like event. All in the hotel lobby because the Asma Jahangir auditorium had been locked to keep the politicians out. This sentence means the event moved to the hotel lobby because the auditorium was closed to politicians. The irony of something named after Asma Jahangir being inaccessible to politicians hasn't been lost on anyone. Irony is a figure of speech meaning unexpected contrast. This sentence means it is ironic that an auditorium named for a human rights icon was off-limits to politicians. And in the process, the politicos got much projection. Projection means significant media exposure. This sentence means politicians received a lot of attention. So the confident government let its jitters turn a low-profile event into a successful effort of resistance. And frankly, no one was surprised because shooting themselves in the foot is what those on Constitution Avenue excel at. Jitters means nervousness. Low-profile event means a modest gathering. Effort of resistance is an idiom meaning a defiant act. Shooting themselves in the foot is an idiom meaning self-sabotage. This sentence means the government used its nervousness to stage a defiant show. But was it just a jittery government? This sentence means the article questions if government actions were merely nervousness. As an aside, most journalists in Pakistan do turn into conspiracy theorists at the best of times. As an aside means, by the way. This sentence means Pakistani journalists often become conspiracy theorists. So one wonders if the Noonies got jittery, or did someone else just want them to appear jittery and embarrass it? Noonies is a slang term for PMLN members. This sentence means there is suspicion that someone wanted the Noonies to look nervous. Or worse still, the objective wasn't to make the government look jittery, but just to make it look bad. This sentence means the aim might have been to damage the government's image. In the latter case, the PMLN should be worried, very worried. This sentence means if the goal was image damage, the PMLN must fear consequences. The time to look over their shoulder has begun. Look over their shoulder is an idiom meaning to be cautious. This sentence means the PMLN should now be on alert. Postscript. It's been 5 days since the cabinet expansion happened, and the Sherwanis were taken out of the closets and donned so that the oaths could be taken. Sherwanis are traditional formal attire. Taken out of the closets is a figurative expression, meaning brought out for use. Donned means put on. This sentence means 5 days after cabinet expansion, officials dressed formally to take oaths. But the portfolios have yet to be made official. Portfolios refer to ministerial duties. This sentence means the minister's responsibilities remain unconfirmed. The new contingent of ministers, which we were told was needed to run the country, is here, but it seems no one knows what tasks it is to perform. Contingent means group. This sentence means the new ministers are in place, but their roles are unclear. Pervez Khattak, Mustafa Kamal, and the less important Noonies are still waiting, as are we. This sentence means these individuals and the public are still in limbo. Is it because there is much lobbying and jockeying at play, or is there more at play? Lobbying means influencing decisions. Jockeying means competing. This sentence means political maneuvering may be causing the delay. 2 plus 2 is not adding up to 4. This is a metaphor meaning things are not making sense. This sentence means the situation remains inexplicable. But then politics is not math, is it? This is a rhetorical question. This sentence means, unlike math, politics is unpredictable. Published in Dawn, March 4th, 2025. So,